Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast, episode 759 for Tuesday, the 16th of December, 2025. I'm your host, I can't talk. I'm your host, Mark Webb, Gamertag, Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby 360G, and joining me today is...
Just Nick.
And Sensei Switch.
Yay, we are here. Apologies for last week, missed last week, needed a week off. We pretty much all of us were busy anyway, so these things can't be helped. And I have just realised as well that next week's episode is the last episode before Christmas.
It creeps up on you, doesn't it?
I know, I can't believe that, so I'm going to have to dig out me Grinch hat to wear that on the stream and talk about Christmas for 5 minutes, and then that'll be it. Probably until the new year, I imagine. Interesting times. Cool. Okay, so this week's show is probably a little bit different to normal. I'm going to be running through the Game Awards. The show that was on this week. We are going to very quickly run down all the winners from all the categories, have a brief discussion, because I think some of the categories are fucking pointless and are there for filler, but we'll get into that.
There's a load of them that are kind of announced in the pre-show, aren't there?
Yes, as well, yep. And then talk about the games that were shown as well, the trailers and announcements, etc., etc. And then, if we have time, talk about the games we've played this week. If we have time, depends.
I thought you were about to say if we've played any.
Well, I've played a few games actually, so
cool.
And a couple of them are brand new releases that came out this week, so. I wouldn't mind talking about them. One of them was one of them didn't come out. It was a demo for a game that was shown at the Game Awards as well. So,
yeah, I know the one. I think
you know the one. Yeah. All right. Well, shall we get into it then?
Yours.
Oh, Nick Fights has subscribed to my Twitch. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, he's a bell end.
Yeah, legend. The legend of the bell ends. Right, let's...
That sounds wrong.
Right, let's talk about the Game Awards. And right, I've stolen a page from The Guardian, which lists them all because I couldn't be asked to write it down myself, and why would I make more work for myself when a national newspaper website's done it for me? Indeed.
Did you have to subscribe?
No, I didn't. And actually, if you want me to talk to you offline afterwards, there is a way to read web pages from newspapers, which you have to subscribe to.
Isn't it like Internet Archive or something weird?
Well, yeah, you can do that. And there's another thing as well. There's a site you can post the links into. And it opens them up for you. Yeah. But this is not that. It's just there. So, okay. Game of the year then was no surprise.
Oh, we're not even counting down. We're just going to go straight in.
I'm going for it the way it's on the website to make it easier for me. That's just the way I roll, baby. Game of the year was obviously Clair Obscur Expedition 33. There was no surprises there at all. What's quite interesting about Clair Obscur, though, is I think it's won the most awards ever at a Game Awards event.
It has finally dethroned The Last of Us Part 2, thank God.
Yeah, I didn't even know that had won loads of stuff, but I must have switched off
that I think that one that had the record for the most wins, and most of the gaming community were kind of like, how?
Yeah, well,
I think, didn't a few years ago God of War won loads, but didn't win actually Game of the Year?
Right, I don't know.
Quite possibly.
A few years ago, so...
But it didn't really have much strong competition in the list of games. I think there was a few omitted such as Dispatch, because all they had in there was Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
I think Dispatch came a little bit too late.
Yeah, Dispatch is quite recent, yeah.
I think that was the right end of November, and I think it was like early November.
But there was a few, like in my mind, there's a few other games came out this year which could have been put on that list, like
definitely,
like Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth because it came out on PC this year, Trails in the Sky First Chapter, Stellar Blade because that came out on PC this year, Hell is Us, yeah, Metal Gear Solid Delta. Those are just a few games in my mind that that could have been on that list. So I think it was quite narrow, to be honest. Yeah,
there's more contenders in the Game of the Year category than there is in the others. Like, I think in the others there's only like 5, is it, out of 5 titles?
Yeah. So best game direction again was Expedition 33 that won that, and that went up against Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotai, Hades 2, and Split Fiction.
I actually felt quite bad for Death Stranding 2 because there was a lot of categories where I'd have been like, yeah, that's Death Stranding 2. But unfortunately, Expedition 33's there.
Yeah.
And obviously a lot of these things that they're kind of getting nominated for are almost like the main themes and actual aspects of the game itself. So it's hard not to be like, yeah, best art direction, Expedition 33, etc.
Yeah. Best narrative again, Expedition 33 won that.
That's so obvious that was going to win that. Like, the story in that game is so good.
Yeah. And then art direction again was Expedition 33. Best music was again Expedition 33.
Yeah, that wasn't close, really, was it?
No. And then best audio design, which I actually did agree with this. Expedition 33 was in the running for that one, but it lost out to Battlefield 6.
Yeah, which a lot of people have always praised the audio of Battlefield.
What do you think?
Although a lot of people have praised the audio of Ark Raiders as well.
Yes, that was not in the list.
No, I was actually very surprised at that, even though it was on another list.
Yeah, it was. But no, because and I agreed with this on Battlefield 6 because I play it a lot. I've pumped over 140 hours into it now since it's launched. And I play it a lot, obviously, with my headphones on, and the audio on the multiplayer is just insane. The explosions, the footsteps, just everything. It just sounds amazing. So that's a worthy winner. Best performance was Jennifer English for Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Yeah, I mean, she win the BAFTA? I think she won the BAFTA award, didn't she, or one of the other video game awards for the same thing. And to be fair, I think any of the actors from that game could have walked away with it.
Yeah.
But she's technically the main character, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But she has got a really good voice. So,
when they were there, like the whole orchestra for that game were there and singing, and then they didn't win.
Yeah. Daz pausing Twitch. It's fixed. It's all fixed. Well, I do think some of it was, and there's one category I'll get to when. Well, I'll let you know the one that I do think was 100% a fix. But I'll talk about that one when we get to it. The next one, I was like, this is just a filler fucking dumbass category. Innovation in accessibility. Doom the Dark Ages won that. And I'm like,
well, I suppose it is championing, like, basically games that have more options for people that can't generally play with standard controllers, etc.
Yeah, but
it's nice to see more of that in the industry.
But gaming has always been a hobby, and I know this is going to sound bad, but for people that can hold controllers and stuff like that, and there is some good charities out there that make these accessible controllers as well. But it's like, I was thinking about this, and we're having a conversation in Discord about this. It's like, you can't put that into all games. It's like, imagine having an accessible options in Dark Souls, which would basically, you turn it on, you'd be pretty much cheating. Games always have a barrier to entry to play, and it's not a knock on people that aren't abled and stuff. It's just our hobby. It's like saying, someone without legs is able to play football, by doing something in football. It's in my mind, it's just kind of weird. If that makes sense, that's just kind of my opinion on it.
I know a lot of them can be things like, I mean, I do some of them in certain games, like, obviously I don't do the thing, but colourblind mode is a thing now for a lot of games. They have like options for that.
Yeah, but that's pretty much in all games now.
Where it's like you can either hold the button down or you can mash it like a maniac.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. That's what they're on about, I think, when they're talking about a lot of the options and stuff they can give them in certain games.
Well, what specific options in Doom made it stand out against all the others?
I don't know. I didn't touch it.
No, I didn't either, because I played one level and fucking deleted it because it was shit. But yeah, this is the next one that I think is a load of bollocks. Games for Impact. This one basically should just be called the Woke Award, in my opinion. South of Midnight won that, and it had games like Lost Records, Bloomin' Range in it and shit like that. Meh.
I suppose they even say it's like the award for sort of like pushing the medium forward for
wokies,
smaller voices in the community and stuff.
Games that sell like shite but have to get an award somehow, eh? Yeah. Right. Best ongoing game, again, fix. This category was fixed because Final Fantasy XIV was in there and it didn't win, and No Man's Sky won this best ongoing game.
Yeah, and I'm absolutely shocked. Like I was only saying to my mate yesterday or today that I'm surprised Space Marine 2 wasn't in there, because they're still adding content and updating that game. There's got so much more to it now than there was on release.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a bit of a weird one, because I don't necessarily look at No Man's Sky as a kind of that type of game, but I guess it has had so many updates, hasn't it?
Yeah, of course. But again, I don't think it should even be in there, but that's my opinion. Best community support, Baldur's Gate 3.
See, what the hell is that?
I don't know.
I've no idea what that is, because like when they obviously say about the best community support, like even when I was watching like other streamers and stuff, a lot of them are like, "Oh, Baldur's Gate," and I'm like, "What do they do? Like live chats and talk about updates and what they're doing with stuff? What Final Fantasy do?" Oh, no, they don't. That's weird.
So what the fuck?
Because that's why I always vote for Final Fantasy for those, because they always have those like letters from the developer.
Yeah, the live letters.
The live letters where they literally come out and talk, show you the stuff, answer questions, and give you different statistics on things people have done. Like they're so good in that way with their community and their players.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't really know any other games that really do that.
Yeah.
I think Warframe is actually quite good at that.
Apparently so, yeah. It's not a game I play, so... But, I do see it on Steam.
They do give a little list of, like, what it means on the website. So it just says, like, best community support, recognising a game for outstanding community support, transparency and responsiveness, including social media activity and game updates / patches. So,
meh. It's all.
This thing's a bit of a strange one, that.
Yeah. Next award was best independent game. The winner for that was, of course, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33.
Which is I kind of get it. That was an award I grimaced because I voted for Expedition 33 on that.
Yeah.
But there's a load of others in that list where I'm like, man, if Clair Obscur weren't there, you'd have had this.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I actually look at you as more of an independent game than Clair Obscur, even though...
I don't class that as Clair Obscur as an independent game.
Yeah, but it technically is. It was made with such a small team and such a small budget, and it had a hard copy released and stuff like that. So, to me, it doesn't feel indie, even though it is.
Yeah.
Whereas something like Ball Pit was in the list, wasn't it? I think Dispatch was in the list as well, maybe, for that one.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't.
No.
What else was in there?
So indie game, was Absalom, Ball X Pit, Blueprints.
Which is great as well.
Yeah, Hades 2 and Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Absalom should have been in the best fighting game category or the beat 'em up category, but it never was. But no, we'll stick a load of bloody fighting game collections of old 90s games in there instead. Which didn't make any sense.
Okay, so Dispatch was in the next category, Best Debut Indie Game. But the winner for that was Clair Obscur again, and that was with Blueprints, Despelotti, and obviously Dispatch, as I just said.
Yeah, and obviously Blueprints is beloved by loads and loads of people as well.
Yeah.
That was another huge game.
It would be weird if Clair Obscur didn't win Best Indie Game and Best Debut Indie Game, because it was his debut indie game as well, so it's kind of...
Pretty much the same award, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's the first game they made.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean. It's their first ever indie game.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got, talk about setting the bar pretty bloody damn high for their next game.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Best Mobile Game, Darren's favourite. The winner for this...
I did vote in this category, and what I voted for won.
Yeah, Uma Musume Pretty Derby. I've seen this on Steam as well. I've not played it.
Yeah.
But they're like girls, but they're like horse racing. They race each other.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
It's an interesting concept. So they're based on real life horses.
Oh.
And a lot of the stories and stuff in the game revolve around the real sort of things those horses went through and the events that transpired during certain races and stuff.
Oh.
It's actually really cool. They've obviously gender swapped a lot of the race horses because they're male, but obviously in the game they're female.
Right.
Sort of a thing. But yeah, it's been pretty huge, and it's been knocking around for about 4 or 5 years, I think, in total, before they recently did an English release of it this year.
Right.
So it's actually quite an old game.
Oh, right.
But yeah, thanks to the vote or whatever it is, I got a free pull, SSR pull or something on one of the things. I haven't used it yet. It's like a ticket. It was handed out.
All right.
In game, it is a gacha, unfortunately. It's an always online game, so it will completely disappear into the ether at some point.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look at the trailer. Just looks fucking weird. All right, sweet, that's fine. Okay, best VR game. The winner for that was The Midnight Walk,
which is fair play. It's one I want to pick up at some point.
Nick says boo.
I'm waiting to see if it gets a
because it's not on MetaQuest, so it's only on Steam or PlayStation VR. But then there's a lot of them like that where it's only on one or the other. There's not many VR games that are on everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll change that to Alien Rogue Incursion. That's the game of best VR game.
I'm surprised that wasn't even in the list, was it?
No, it was in the list.
Was it?
Yeah, Alien Rogue Incursion was on the list with Arkan Age, Ghost Town, and Deadpool.
See, Ghost Town looks quite interesting.
Deadpool, it looks cool.
Game, isn't it?
It's like 40 quid, so I'm not paying 40 quid.
That's bad just to get things for free, mate.
Well, I don't know how you could do that on VR, though.
I'm sure there's a way. Best action game. Hades 2 was was the winner. It went up against Battlefield 6, Doom, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Best Action Adventure, Hollow Knight Silksong won that one.
That's weird. I don't see that as an action-adventure game, though.
Or action/adventure, so...
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a 2D indie-type game. I don't know how that would say action-adventure. I'd give that to Death Stranding, but... So I think they've put a lot of games into categories that you wouldn't think would be in there.
Maybe.
Oh, they like we said before, yeah, one of the categories. There's a few of the categories I looked at and was just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. Best RPG, the winner was, of course, Clair Obscur.
There was people complaining about that.
Well, I think it's the best RPG of the year.
But, yeah, I suppose, yeah, the other real big contender for that would have been Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Yeah, and that was...
Because it literally is an RPG sim.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they'd had RPG and JRPG, that's what I thought that, like, if you see what I mean. But for just have one RPG, that's kind of weird. But
the next one was Best Fighting, and it hasn't actually, this website hasn't highlighted the winner. I don't know which one it was.
It was the only actual fighting game that released this year.
What, Fatal
Fury?
Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. Yeah, because
it was up against bloody like the Marvel Fighting Collection and like the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection and other things that.
Yeah, even Virtua Fighter 5. That's about like the fifth different version of that 5 that's come out.
It came out early 2000s, isn't that?
Yeah, I think it was a PS3 game, a very early PS3.
I just looked at that category and was just like, what the hell is this shit? Like, that is like such a... And to be honest, they fuck that category up every single year.
Yeah, I can imagine. Best Family Game was won by Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah, that was pre-show as well. That wasn't even during the main event. That was a pre-show award that was handed off. And fair play to that one.
There's some good games in there, though, with Lego Party, Lego Voyages, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and Split Fiction. I actually think that Sonic Racing is better than Mario Kart. I'll get
to that one. Don't get too ahead.
But if I get there later. Best Sim Strategy Game was won by Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles.
Have you not played that yet, Webby? Because I know you loved Final Fantasy, especially the PS1 games. I don't know if you ever played Tactics.
No, and I just don't really have...
Have you not played Tactics?
No, and I don't have...
No, I haven't either.
I don't have a spare 60 quid for Tactics.
Yeah, I was going to say Final Fantasy Tactics is fantastic. If you haven't played it before, you should.
Yeah, well, it's 40 quid, mate, and it's just because it's an old game.
I'll send it 30 quid. I'll send it 30 something on Hot UK deals, but
yeah, still too much, mate. It's like a 20 quid or under game, in my opinion.
Yeah,
from what it looks
I think it'll drop pretty quickly. Plus, I don't know why I'd play a Final Fantasy game with no story if it's just like the gameplay and not, because normally you play the story. The gameplay and the level up, like to enjoy the story without it. I mean, there might be some sort of little story involved, but I thought it was mostly just the gameplay.
I know characters from mainline series appear in there as well, but it's just, it looks cool. It'd be perfect to play on the Steam Deck, but one, I've got loads of games to play, and two, just don't have the cash, mate. It's Christmas time.
I remember playing it. Was it on PSP originally? Back in the year.
Nice. Best sports game. This was a fix. Absolute fix. Best sports racing game. Mario Kart World won this, and it went up against...
Yeah, I was expecting it to be either that or the other one that you're going to mention.
Yeah, it went up against EA Sports, FC 26, F1 25, Rematch, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
Did you hear it actually got booed?
Did it?
It got booed in the crowd, mate. They booed it.
Good, because...
I think they were saying a lot of people thought Sonic...
But... I mean, just a little spoiler, I've been playing it a lot the last couple of weeks with my boy and my daughter, actually, and it is so fun. Like, it just does things so different to America. I actually prefer it, and the fact that they've brought in levels and characters from other games as well, is even better. Like, there's a Minecraft DLC which we've got, and it gives you a Minecraft Grand Prix track and characters and the mine carts and SpongeBob as well. And Pac-Man's coming next month, and I've been playing as the guy from fucking hell, from Like a Dragon, the newer ones with the crazy hair, yeah. Yeah, it's got the Persona characters in it, and it's fucking awesome, man. So, yeah. And obviously F1 I've been playing a lot this year, and that's amazing too. But yeah. Best multiplayer, the winner for that was Ark Raiders. So it did win an award. That went up against Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Peak, and Split Fiction. Now, that did have obviously some hot competition with Battlefield and Peak, because both massively popular games.
Yeah, exactly. And I was surprised, like, Peak and also that well, I can probably imagine why Schedule 1 or whatever wasn't on the indie games list.
Yeah.
But Peak, I was surprised wasn't, because that game was, like, huge amongst, especially in, like, the streaming community and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard because obviously Ark Raiders has done something new, really, and people are really enjoying it, but I personally prefer Battlefield 6, but it's just an opinion at the end of the day, so. Right,
what was that game you were playing loads at the start of the year?
Armour Reforger.
So that wasn't in there then?
No, because it didn't come out this year.
It didn't come out, no. Although it didn't stop certain games in one of the categories, did it?
No. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't add Armour Reforger because it came out on PC about 2 years ago. So, anyway, this one was rigged to fuck. Best adaptation, so it's like movies or TV shows from games.
Next.
And the winner for that was Last of Us Season 2. What a load of bollocks.
If you look at the entire category, it was basically like, is it the puddle of piss, the stinking excrement full of peanut, the bile, or the afterbirth?
I don't know, man.
The choices you had. Like, none of them were good.
Mate, I disagree. Minecraft movie was awesome.
Yeah, I liked that. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, really good.
Stupid fun.
Yeah.
And I've never really played the game.
I thought that was going to win. I did think that was going to win. And considering, like, a load of, like, didn't Last of Us Part 2, like, the audience, like, majorly drop off.
Yeah.
Partway through the series because of, obviously, stupid story events.
Yeah.
No, it's because of privileged white males, not that it's shit.
So best adaptation was the Woke Award number 2. Most anticipated game is, of course, Grand Theft Auto 6.
Shocking.
Yeah.
There was some really good titles in that list, though. But I was like, we all know what's going to win this. Like, you don't even need to have the award; just hand it straight to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to skip over the ones that I've no idea about, like content creators and esports people. Because
I don't know any of those people. Right. So,
well, the content creators I knew about. It was actually quite funny because
I've never heard of any of them, mate.
Obviously, Moist Critical won that, and during his stream, he actually did say when they were reading the names out, he was like, "Oh God, anyone but me, please." And then obviously announces he won, and he's like, well, that's cool, I guess. Thanks."
I was like, because I don't watch anything like that, so I don't know any of these people.
All right, you must have known, like, obviously back in the day when wasn't it Trending Gamer? Wasn't that what it originally was back in the day?
Oh,
when like Boogie won it, and like you had Game Over Greggy and stuff from IGN.
Right.
Won.
No.
Yeah, but there are not really many of those people out there anymore, are they?
Not particularly. I'm not too sure. I know. I think you've got Paul Tassi is one of the names I know about in the sphere, and obviously who's the guy that kind of people love to hate, and he writes the exposés and all the companies about crunch culture and stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
You'd know his name.
No, yeah.
Jason Schreier.
Oh, he's a fucking cock. Yeah. Right, next is Best Esports Game. Counter-Strike 2 won that.
I was surprised, but obviously it is huge. I was half expecting it to be like Dota or something like that.
It's the most played game on Steam every single day. Still, even now, which is mad. Absolutely mad to me. And the last one, Player's Voice. And the winner for that was Wuthering Waves. I was pissing myself because I was like, I think the Chinese have been voting in this one.
Well, not only that, it's Wuthering Waves. It's not Wuthering Waves.
Wuthering. I don't know how to fucking say it, mate.
No, it's Wuthering. It's in Wuthering Heights.
Oh, right, okay.
He was like, oh, Wuthering. And I was just like, mate, no. And then he said it a second time. I was like, oh, well. But yeah, that game didn't come out this year. I personally think
it did in the UK. It did in the West. Only came out this year in the West. It did, because I've been playing it and only come out this year. That's why I've been playing it.
But yeah, they should exclude any game that didn't release this year. Like Genshin Impact being in there every freaking year is a joke.
Yeah, Wuthering Waves came out April. Yeah. In the West.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's closer to shutting down whatever it is, even though it's apparently one of the better.
It is good. It's really good.
Type. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it. Because I'm a weirdo.
But
That's
yeah,
it.
I just remember when I saw the category, because they were thinning them down, because it kind of started off as a big vote, didn't it? And then I think earlier in the week it was down to 5 games.
Yeah.
And I think it was Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, Dispatch, Expedition 33. Can't remember what the other one was.
Hollow Knight.
Oh, was it Hollow Knight? Because I know loads of people were like, Ark Raiders isn't even in there, kind of thing.
Yeah, which I thought was a bit strange.
But yeah, it is a bit of a shame as well, because a lot of these gacha games basically kind of like, if we win, we'll give you loads of goodies and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's almost like an extra bonus for the people to come in and vote for them. But yeah, I'd just be like, you didn't release this year, fuck off.
Yeah.
Get out of that category. Like, if you want people to take the awards a bit more seriously, you can't have games that are like 5 years old in there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Unless you're, don't get me wrong, Genshin Impact, the, what do you call it, the other categories, what was the one where it was like ongoing game?
Yeah, best ongoing,
yeah. Definitely. Whack it in there for sure.
Yeah, but my rule is, right, and this is the rule that I run with every year on this podcast, is if a game has released on a platform that year, it can count.
So if Skyrim come out on, I don't know, like your watch, you could have it in your game of the year.
Yeah, man.
Skyrim came out on Switch 2 this year.
Yeah, you can put it in, mate.
Skyrim again.
Too right. Cool. Shall we go over some games that were announced?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Get into the interesting aspects.
Let me find my...
I will say, like, the whole stage presence and the way all of it was done and the way they utilised the different aspects of the stage for the presentations was really good.
Yeah, it was, mate, yeah. This is in order of stuff shown from the pre-show because I wrote it down as I was watching it. So you'll be happy. If I miss anything, just let me know. So the first one I've written down on my notes is a little game called Decrepit. It looks like a first-person. What's it called? Like a first-person game. It looked a bit like Skyrim initially, actually, with the way the guy was holding a sword in one hand and like a mystical item in the other hand. But it looks like it's kind of a dungeon crawler. That's the word I was looking for. It looks kind of like a dungeon crawler, but looks like Skyrim type of dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
Do you not remember seeing this one?
I don't actually. I remember the name, but I don't remember the actual game.
So this is why you need to watch the stream as you podcast, mate, because then you'll be seeing the games I'm talking about.
I'm too busy playing something.
Yeah, I thought you would be. There's just no profession in this podcast anymore, is there, guys? There's some new DLC coming to Guild Wars 2. I can't actually find Visions of Eternity. It's still mega popular. Do you remember when we went to E3 in 2013? That's when Guild Wars 2 came out, I think. Or they had a big
I was going to say, it's as old as Final Fantasy, at least 14.
Yeah, it's been going a while. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool to see. They've got a lot of expansions out for that game now. I did actually play a big chunk of hours in it many years ago. With
I remember you saying about it quite a few times.
With a couple of people from the community as well, which was pretty fun. So, yeah. Okay, cool. Right, next one is that they showed a new trailer for Pragmata, and they also announced a release date of April the 24th for next year. Also,
which is cool because this game's been like knocking around for a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah. But also, they announced at the same time they released a demo onto Steam to play. So I actually played the demo for it this week in preparation for this week's podcast. The demo is quite short, only about 45 minutes-ish. And let me just double-check my playtime.
I know a few people said they played it at various shows, like things. So I'm guessing this is probably the same demo.
More than likely. So you're in like a spaceship in the demo. I know in the trailers you see the characters in a city, but this is in like a space station. So I think it's very early on in the game because it's kind of like you first meet the girl who's an android. And the gameplay's actually pretty interesting because it's not just a third-person shooter. So don't you
have to hack them first?
Yes. So if you don't hack them, they take fuck all damage. So it's kind of like a mixture. So you aim at the enemy and like a little grid box comes up on the screen. So then you're like doing this kind of button mashing to do the hacking. And then you I'm just trying to find some gameplay I did.
Wasn't there something similar in a game called... Was it Remember Me? Do you remember that game?
I remember it, but I don't recall...
I'm sure there was like a weird hacking thing. It was like it had kind of weird elements to it, didn't it? It wasn't just like your typical shooty action attacking sort of game.
I don't.
That was actually quite good. That Remember Me, if I recall, it was quite a good looking game for the time.
Yeah, it's 360, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember it had an orange case. That's all I remember.
I don't know if I even played it though. I remember the name of the game and I remember seeing it, but I don't know if I actually played it or not. But anyway, back to Pragmata. Initial impressions of the demo. The graphics are absolutely stunning.
Is it on the RE engine?
I think so. I mean, it looks like it. It just looks really nice. I need to double check if it was on the RE engine. It probably is.
It's Capcom's basically sort of like their in-home house engine, which, like we said before, is really good for contained games. It's just not particularly great for open world games. Yeah,
true. But like it's even down to like because you got the girl who rides on the back of you, and it's even like the little details of the way her strands of hair move, the way they move, like all the areas you're in look just stunning. All the characters, very immersive. And then as I was going through the demo, there's a few puzzles you got to solve to get through. Lots of different enemy fights. There is a boss fight at the end as well, which was really interesting to play through because it wasn't easy at all. But I managed to do it with a sliver of health, which was pretty good.
Always a bonus.
Yeah, but no, I came out with the demo thinking, this is a game I'm looking forward to now, and I wish more games companies would pump out demos because I don't really seem to be as popular anymore. Unfortunately,
Yeah, I mean, demos were never really a big thing in favour for Japan. It was kind of like them sort of saying, our product isn't finished yet. Can you have a look and see what you think? Type of a thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair. Yeah. But no, I like the combat on this because it gives you more of a sense of jeopardy than just shooting the enemies, because they're walking towards you slowly and you're trying to do the hacking and they're getting closer and closer. You're like, fuck, I need to finish this hack. And then as you're going through, you unlock extra things in the hack. So if you do so you'll see on the screen of squares, like a little red icon or a green icon. And as you go and as you progress, more things unlock. So then you have to figure out the route to get like these green and red items in the hack, because they give you extra buffs as well. Like you'll do more damage on your hits, or you'll get, you'll take less damage for like 10 seconds or something like that as well. So you're kind of like, so it's not just a simple, like, you need to get to this thing. It's like, right, I want all this extra cool shit as well, all these buffs. What's the route I can do? Because it's a bit like Snake, where you can't go back on yourself or go along the line that you've already done. So
I was expecting it to be like Pipe Mania or something like that.
Kinda, yeah, a little bit like that, yeah. So I think it's a really cool take on the third-person shooter action game.
It definitely makes it more interesting than just blasting everything.
Yeah, for sure. I like it because it just gives you a little bit more to do, a little bit more. You have to engage your brain a bit more than just running around and shooting the fuck out of everything. So, yeah.
And I'm sure you'll pick up items in the game as well that will increase, obviously, hacking speed, hacking efficiency, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and you pick up different weapons as well, which have limited ammo. So you have a pistol which has infinite ammo, but as you go along, you pick up, say, a shotgun that has like 6 bullets, and there's like a rifle, I think I only had about 8 bullets, and then once you've spent them, you can't use them until you pick up another one.
Oh, right, so it's just what's in the weapon. It's not like you run out of ammo because it's limited.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So, but no, it's, no, I really liked it, mate. So I don't know if the demo is available on consoles yet. I wasn't sure.
It said available later.
Right, okay.
Probably closer to the release.
Yeah. But no, if you've got a PC, Steam, check out the demo. It's really, really worth a little bish bash bosh. So yeah. Sweet. What else did they show? Oh, this game, this next game I thought looked absolutely hilarious. It's called Bradley the Badger. Did you see this one? You can't forget about Bradley the Badger. This was in the pre-show.
Is this the one where he kind of goes through like weird versions of other games?
Yes, that's good. That's it. Yeah. Because initially I was like, what was it taking the miss out of? Bloodborne, I think, because it's called Badgerborn. It said at the beginning. Yeah. I was like, is this like a funny kind of Dark Soulsy Bloodborne type game? But then, as it went on, it looked like he entered like The Last of Us and a few other games, but kind of named slightly differently, and it was just done in a really comical way. And I really, really liked the vibe that this game gave, because it just looked like silly fun. And I like that kind of slapstick humour and the fact they're ripping on other games in a weird way, if that makes sense. So
it changed the visual style as well, didn't it, when it was going between each of the different bits?
Yeah. It so I'm just watching the video now again, and I'm just like, wow, this just looks really cool. Yeah, and it's like the way the gameplay works. It looks like you can. He's gone into Cyber Badger now on the trailer. I was just laughing at that. But he can looks like he can turn into different items and clone items, and There's a lot to the game, like to solve puzzles and things by the looks of it. You can make them sort of bigger and smaller and change things around and stuff, yeah.
So you just can't imagine a developer like taking that to some big AAA publisher and explaining that to them and them sitting there and being like,
yeah,
how does this make us all the money?
Indeed. But, you know, I just think it looked cool because it's something that I think is quite new to gaming in general, something completely different.
Well,
and just
this
fun.
whole award show, like even Jeff himself mentioned it, didn't he? That there's kind of a shift going on in the industry now, where more people are interested in more of the indie stuff that's coming out than what the big publishers are putting out.
Yeah.
Because they're not taking any risks. They're just delivering the same old time and time again. And don't get me wrong, it's all right to do that with certain games. There's a lot of games that people are looking forward to that are pretty much following that mantra.
Yeah.
But when every single game they release is basically just that, it's like, like at least you've got to give EA props in the fact that during all their big game releases, they put money aside for smaller projects.
Yeah.
To give to people like Joseph Fares to do all of his like Split Fiction and It Takes Two and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think's the right way to go about it. Use your bigger games to fund the smaller games. That way you're not taking as much of a risk. I think even Konami's dipping into that every now and again as well.
Yeah, because some of those smaller games could become hits and make them a ton of money themselves. So
yeah, exactly. Every franchise started somewhere.
Indeed. So, yeah, this game looks super cool. The next one, I think this was still pre-show as well, actually. A little game called Tank Rat. You play as a tank and you shoot things. It's like a little tank, and it looked like you can just upgrade it as you play through the game.
Oh, yeah, I remember this, yeah.
Yeah.
You kill shit, blow it up, steal its parts, attach them to your tank.
Yeah. Job done. Looked quite interesting, actually.
Looked like the gameplay looked fun and interesting and quite fluid and stuff as well. Like it wasn't your usual sort of strategic tank where it's like slow moving and precise. It's sort of like almost like a twin stick.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll be interested to see. Well, let's just say I'll be keeping my eye on this one because it looks quite interesting. So, yeah, there was that. Next shown, I think this was main show now. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic. I think this is basically a sequel to KOTOR, if I'm correct. Is that right? Is this the way that
it is? Yeah.
But
is it a sequel to KOTOR 1 or KOTOR 2 though? That's the thing. Or is it just in the same universe?
I mean, I'm hoping they don't fuck this up.
Well, it's apparently behind the original guy, Casey Hudson, who did the original KOTOR and obviously Mass Effect, is working on this. So that's a bit of a ray of hope in the darkness.
Yeah, for sure. I did see rumours online, though, that this isn't going to come out for like another 5 years.
Yeah, you can't get excited about Star Wars games because they're renowned for getting cancelled, aren't they?
Oh, yes, for sure. But no, this looked quite. I mean, it's just a trailer, but the trailer made it look awesome, in my opinion. Yeah, sweet. So wait another 5 years if we're all still alive. There hasn't been a new nuclear war or anything. We might be able to play it. So we'll see. Sweet. Next, Soul Frame. Do you remember this Soul Frame?
Yeah, is this? I think it's already out on PC in some form, isn't it?
Oh, was
or
it?
Has it had like betas and stuff? Yeah, it's in the Warframe universe.
Oh right, okay. Oh yes, I'm just looking on Steam now as we talk. Coming soon on Steam.
Right, so yeah, some people might have just played like an early build or an early access thing, but I remember this was teased and shown off about a year or two back.
It looks
very weird and sort of characters and stuff.
Yeah, it looks strange. Graphics are nice. All right, let's move on because there's literally nothing else I can say on that at all. Toxic Commando.
Looking forward to this.
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Lots of zombies. If this is what I'm remembering right, I'm just
first-person shooter. It's by the people behind World War Z and stuff. Saber.
Yes.
So obviously they've got that tech there, haven't they? And like, regardless of I think all of their games look super polished. Like, I even think World War Z was really well polished for what it was, and I liked what they did with the different campaigns, and each campaign had different characters.
Yeah.
Depending where in the world you actually were. So yeah, I think this could be quite a fun co-op game to play when it releases later this year. Or next year, sorry.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me. Obviously, I know it's more busy than Left 4 Dead, but it kind of reminded me a little bit of Left 4 Dead because it looked like a 4-player co-op game.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be better than what Back 4 Blood ended up being. Because
I still enjoyed
as good as that game was. Yeah, there was definitely fun to be had with it. It was just like the tuning on it was just fucking all over the place.
Yeah. But no, I miss a good co-op zombie game that's just fun. So, Toxic Commando.
Keep an eye out for playtests because I think they've already had some on the PC for it.
Oh, really? Oh, right, sweet.
Yeah.
I'll have a look then. Yeah. Right, next game then was quite a big surprise to me, actually, because I quite enjoyed the original games. Divinity. New Divinity game.
Yeah, that trailer. Wow, that was uneasy.
Yeah, the dude being tortured and shit, yeah.
And seeing the skin burning and stripping off his body as he's screaming in pain. The chains wrapped around him. Yeah, and kids like cheering in the crowd and that.
Yeah.
And before that, you had that live action bit, didn't you, with all the actors running down the thing and they were getting sucked into the air in front of the stage.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think it's interesting that they've gone back to the Divinity series because obviously they did Divinity 1 and 2, and then they went to Baldur's Gate, wasn't it? And then they're going back to Divinity again.
Which their biggest seller apparently still.
Wow. Well, I mean, they're good games. I've never finished them, but they're bloody good games. They're Divinity games. Work really well in co-op as well. So I'll be intrigued to see how good this one is. But they've got some good pedigree behind them, the team. So yeah, I'm quite.
Because this was what the mysterious statue was about, wasn't it? That was in different locations.
That's right. Yeah. But no, it's a really weird trailer though, man. I'm just rewatching it now as we talk, and I'm just like, oh my god, proper messed up. Yeah.
It did say at the beginning of the show, didn't it? Like, viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah.
For obviously certain parts.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure if they put a date on it. I don't think they did. No, they didn't. So yeah. Cool.
I think it's a few years off yet.
Yeah, will be, mate. Yeah. Next game then was Fail to Save the World.
Isn't this the one that J.J. Abrams is attached to?
I think I'm trying to find the. Where the fuck is the video? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was J.J. Abrams.
And an ex-developer from some other company, isn't it?
Yeah, you got. Oh, yeah. So it's like an alien invasion or something, and you going in, and you're meant to die a lot or something. I don't know. It looks like a third Yeah, like a third-person co-op shooter, and you're going around.
4-player sort of shooting thing. Yeah.
So I just have to remind myself. So basically, whenever you die, and you're meant to die a lot, you get reprinted by a computer, and you go again. Yeah, looks quite interesting though. Yeah.
See how it works, I suppose.
Yeah. Cool.
Because obviously, Thingy has that kind of mechanic anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah. What Gears?
Returnal.
Oh, Returnal. Yes. Yeah, I just thought it looked quite interesting, like with the way, like I'm just rewatching the trailer now, and there's like the alien spaceships in the sky, and they just looks pretty awesome, and it kind of War of the Worldsy with some of the big aliens going around as well.
And weird like laser grids and stuff.
Yeah. Right, next one, Coven of the Chicken Foot.
I thought this looked all right, actually, to be honest. It was just, you play like an old woman, don't you? With like a big golem sort of creature with her.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like a cartoony kind of third-person game, and she's ordering it around. Yeah, very strange. Like a
Solving
puzzle
puzzles
adventure.
and stuff.
Yeah. So that's one to keep an eye on as well. I think looks quite interesting. You don't normally get to play as an old woman in video games, do you? So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah.
That's what made it interesting. It's just like, oh, that's a new concept.
Yeah. Going on adventures and yeah, look quite cool. What was the next one? A game called Ontos. What the fuck was this one? Oh, it's by the makers of Soma. It's a horror first-person game.
This looks really good.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah. It's I'm just you're in like a space. It kind of reminded me. Yeah, now I'm remembering. It kind of reminded me. I had some BioShock vibes a little bit as well from it, just from the setting.
Well, Soma's really weird anyway, isn't it?
Yeah,
I haven't played it, but everyone I know who's played it likes it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very gory though. Even the trailers, I was like, oh. But yeah, it looks like an interesting little game, that. Yeah. Coming next year, there's no actual firm date on it. So.
Best way to be, I suppose.
Yeah, then you're not disappointing people when you have to change your date. Next game shown was a game that we all know was coming anyway, but we've finally got a release date of February the 27th, and that is Resident Evil Requiem. Looks pretty awesome, doesn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah, they finally showed Leon, which like the worst kept secret they've ever had, haven't they?
Yeah. But what's interesting is that... Oh, sorry, Nick.
So they had they released like the thumbnail for the pre-order, and his face was on it, so it's a bit. Yeah.
Oh, that's
like
funny.
A day or two before.
Lols. It looks
I think this game that has it does, I think, have the possibility of selling a hell of a lot, because there seems to be lots of people interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they pretty much said, I don't know if that was in this or after, I think it might have been in this one. So I saw some other ones that basically playing as the girl who I forgot her name is like the survival horror scary part, and Leon's campaign section is going to be the action part.
Yeah, that's correct. I was just going to say, they're harking back to kind of Resident Evil 2, where there's two characters to play, so it's kind of like two games in one. If in
not really, I'd say closer to Resi 6, because 2 and the remakes, they were pretty much the same campaign, like beat for beat. Whereas 6, you had Leon, which was survival horror, Chris, which was action, the other one, which was puzzle. So I know what you mean, though, but it's having two playable characters, whereas in the other one they had about 6 or 7 playable characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if that'll, like, I'd like it to link in, like, 2 did, where they sort of, the campaigns overlay each other, because I don't know if it's that or you just play a chapter as her, a chapter as him, that type of thing.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be skipping about.
Well, Nick is our Resident Evil expert and mega fan, so I look forward to your review when it comes out, Nick.
Yeah, and Switch won't get it because all you can order at the moment is a Steelbook.
Oh
no, there is standard versions. There's a standard version, a lentacular version, a steelbook version. I think
have to buy all of them then.
Ooh.
But I think if it's like the lentacular version that came with one of the other games, it's just basically like a lentacular plastic over sheet of the actual normal game box.
Right.
Which is cool when they do that.
Cool. Right, next was Order of the Sinking Star.
I will say, sorry, before we go on to the Order of the Sinking Star.
Yeah.
I do believe there's like a special Resident Evil presentation thing, isn't there, closer to the release date?
Oh, okay.
And my bet is that's when the demo will be released. Because obviously there's been a demo of that for a while.
Yeah.
At some of the previous shows. And they always have a pretty good pedigree of releasing a demo before the game comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Order
of the Sinking Star from the director of Braid and The Witness, so automatically got me interested. Kind of a puzzly type game, top down. Kind of looks like a board game in some aspects. Very strange, but definitely a game that I would like to play because I do like a puzzle game from time to time. Big fan of the genre. And obviously I'm a big fan of Braid and The Witness as well. So, yeah, I think it looks quite simple, like in the graphical style, but a game that I will definitely want to play because, as I say, do like a good puzzle. Right, next, Exodus. Does anyone remember the Exodus trailer before I watch it? Because my brain is not working.
Top of my head.
What's it made by Wizards of the Coast? Oh no, Wizards. It said.
I'd say it probably would be.
I still don't. Indiana Jones meets Interstellar type adventure is from Wizards of the Coast and explores the accelerated evolution of human and alien civilizations. Right. Yeah, it's just a trailer, dude in space, gets some power, third person, shooting, fighting monsters and shit. Yeah, looks quite interesting, actually. Yeah. So I was just trying to remind myself because it's been a while since I watched these initially, so
couple of days.
I might have slept. Like as soon as I sleep, I forget what I've done. So, yeah, getting some Mass Effect vibes of this as well. Actually, just watching a trailer again, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. Next game, I'm just need to remind myself on this one as well. Warlock Dungeons and Dragons.
They didn't actually show any gameplay.
No. It's just a trailer where there's an eyeball with purple shit around it, and then there was literally nothing. It was literally just a face and a hand and magic, and that's it. Done.
Yeah, with like a female warlock that comes up at the end for some reason.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Even though that's a witch. But...
yeah. Right, next then is a game that's coming out next year, which I had no idea this game was being made. Control Resonant. Obviously, it's a sequel to Control from Remedy Games. What's your thoughts on this, Darren? I know you're a big fan of Control.
Again, I thought the presentation for this was done really well. Look at the thing, because they had the person in the box, didn't they?
Yeah, that's it.
So anyone who's played Control knows they're basically like housing units for people with like specific abilities and powers and stuff.
Yeah.
To contain them. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, like, to be honest, but I'm not obviously getting my hopes up because it took them a while to release an actual boxed copy.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2, so it'll be interesting to see whether they just do like a small limited with it at the same time this time.
Well, perhaps they've learned from their mistake.
Rather than wait. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I'm kind of theorising because you didn't play any of the
DLC.
There was still some of the DLC for Alan Wake you haven't played, isn't there, Webby? The one that actually deals with going into the house, which is very much a lot of the Control.
Oh, yeah, never played that. I've got the DLC. I think I played...
You should play that before this comes out, because it's in that where you end up speaking to certain people in those kind of things, and a lot of what they're saying is like cryptic and weird. And obviously it links over into Control.
Yeah.
As well, and obviously there's weird stuff going on in Control. Very strange story and stuff. It's hard to explain to people.
Yeah, I know,
it's like a living building and like an entity that's living inside called the Hiss.
Yeah.
It's basically, it looks like it's escaped out of one of the facilities, if not that facility, somehow. Yeah. And you play as the brother character from Control.
Yeah.
Who's talking to someone, which I'm trying to work out if it's any of like the ancient ones or whether it's like the house itself. Kind of thing. Well, that's the way those games are, aren't they? Very strange and baffling.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Cool. Next game though was I'm really excited for this. I had no idea about this one either. I'm a big fan of the Yakuza games. You know what game I'm going to be talking about? Gang of a Dragon. Nick, you're excited as well.
Yes, I want it now.
Yes.
But we've got no date, so that's going to be a couple of years probably. I just assumed it was Yakuza, and I thought, isn't this the first time we haven't got a Yakuza game coming out really early already for years?
Well, what's weird about it as well is like, because obviously that's a real actor, and I saw a video the other day of him and like the World's Strongest Man and stuff doing like a competition, like punching the punching bag when it gives you the score. Which I thought was quite interesting. But no, it's all set in, what's that? Oh my God, my brain isn't working today. The same city as in Yakuza with the big red sign.
What, the harbour town? I can't remember the name.
That's the big red sign, like that famous red sign.
Yeah, with the crab on it.
Yeah. Oh, what's it called? Where is Yakuza set? Oh, fuck's sake, that's going to annoy me now. I've played them all, and my brain is not working today. Kamurocho, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, so this one looks like it's set there as well, because it's the same red sign. So probably recognise the whole city again, Darren, and be playing through that again, Darren and Nick. So,
well, depending on if the story doesn't move about, obviously.
Yeah, well, it might do. Well, you never know. But I love these games, man, because they're always just so well done, aren't they? You know,
that's not nothing to do with Yakuza, though, is it? Or is it?
It's made by the same people.
Well, it's going to be involving gangs, which is technically what Yakuza are anyway.
Yeah,
they're all just different crime gangs and families and stuff.
Yeah. As I say, look, here it is on the trailer. There's the Kamurocho sign. Yeah. Gang of a Dragon. Yeah, so really hyped for that. Can't wait.
Playing as an absolute fucking unit.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, I like that.
As well, yeah.
Team Fat.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for that. There's no release date, but yeah. So next game they showed, we already know is coming out, but they showed some more gameplay of this Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Yeah, this is good. This looks good.
Yeah, they did a new trailer, Heroes and Villains trailer. This game looks so good. I know I've talked about this before, but it's just like Arkham City, but in Lego form. So good, you know? Oh, I can't wait to get this day one purchase. Even both my kids are like, Daddy, we got to get it. So it's going to get played a lot on my house, I think. Yeah. So you got loads of different suits, all the different Batmobiles as well, and loads of characters come like from all the franchise, and looks so good.
There's always tons of content as well, isn't there, on the Lego game?
Oh yeah, for sure. Right, next, there was 2 games announced pretty much at the same time. Tomb Raider. First one was Tomb Raider Catalyst, which I forget which one. One of them's, there's 2. There's Tomb Raider.
That's the new one.
Yeah, so this is a new one. This is what I was trying to get to. This is a brand new Tomb Raider. Looks interesting.
Another reset, reboot, whatever.
Yes. And they've changed the look of Lara Croft slightly in this as well, which is a bit, I don't know if I can get used to her looking
kind of
every time.
I've seen a few videos online. I've looked at pictures because originally I thought, great, they've made her look mannish and took her tits away, but look, under further inspection, I think she's just a bit older.
Yeah,
compared to the other ones. So
yeah, her boobs are definitely a lot smaller, unless she's wearing a sports bra. But she just looks
I think she's wearing a different top.
Well, she looks Indian, mate, in this one. In this trailer, like really dark. It looks a bit odd. She looks a bit odd, unless she's been in the sunbed a bit too long. I don't know, but I love a Tomb Raider game anyway for the exploration and the lost cities and stuff like that. So hopefully it's good. And then the other one was Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, which is a full remake of the original game.
Well, or is it? Is it a remake of the original, or is it a remake of the remake? Because this will be the 3rd time they've done the first game again. Because they did Tomb Raider Anniversary on PS2, and it went on 360 as well, sort of like a crossover thing.
Right.
So yeah, this is the 3rd time they've told the first Tomb Raider story.
Right.
Which is, I suppose it was good, because next year, 96, that came out. Jeez. So next year, this is 30-year anniversary.
But then Lara Croft in this one looks completely different to the other game we just talked about as well, which is really weird.
Like I said, a little bit. I've seen some videos, one saying they've made her ugly and one saying that that's not too different, but we'll have to just see when it comes out. But I assume it's the same people making both games. I don't know.
This is one's Amazon Game Studios. I'm not sure what the other one is. I didn't really look, but...
Which, if you register the new Amazon, is it Luna or something, the Amazon Games or Prime Gaming, what they're now rebranded, if you link your Xbox or PlayStation accounts to that, you'll get a free swimming costume to play the game in. Which is fantastic news, obviously.
Yeah, man. Next game, I thought looked quite interesting, actually. It's called Forest Free.
Aren't the Forest games the ones they're kind of like survival games?
Yeah, this is weird. I don't know if it's made by the same people or whatever, but the trailer, you're in a spaceship, and then you got a little hook above your head in the trailer, and then you land on an alien planet, and then you start fighting these fucked up things, but then you have a gun and a hook above your head. It doesn't seem to be the same as the other Forest game that I know what you're on about, the survival type game on PC. But I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I don't know, but this looks like a kind of a horror-y type game, and you shoot things on an alien world. But I don't know enough about it. I need to do some reading up because it could be a... hang on. It says here, the developers behind Sons of the Forest and the Forest. There we go. You are correct. So, even though it does look horror-y, and there's fucked up shit, and you have the thing. It's probably going to be like the other Forest games, then, isn't it? Where you have to chop wood and collect stone and build bases and shit like that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, my hype just went down because I fucking hate all that shit. Oh well, shame. Right, next then is Invincible Versus, which I think looks fucking shit. What did you think? What?
I said it'd be alright for people who like Invincible, I suppose.
Yeah, I just think it looks a bit like meh. Not really my cup of tea. But so far, though, there hasn't really been very many meh games shown. I think most of them have looked pretty decent to be so far. So, right, next is a game called Orbitals, which I wanted to get your take on this, Darren, because it's trying to be like an 80s inspired kind of anime type theme, but I thought the gameplay just looked a bit shite, but I wanted your take on it, to be honest, because, I
thought it looked really good, and then I was just like, oh, it's literally a split-screen co-op game.
Yeah.
And generally I play most of my stuff on my own anyway, so it's just like, that's a shame. It's like the art style and everything to it looks pretty cool, the aesthetic.
It kind of gave me vibes of like, the original Transformers kind of art style, cartoon art style, stuff like that, It's really nice. Love that art, but yeah. What was next? DLC for Diablo 4 called Lord of Hatred. Is anyone even still playing this game? I have no idea.
People still play it, obviously. It still has seasons all the time.
Next game.
But yeah, this will be the second DLC, won't it? Because the came out like last year or whatnot.
Yeah. 7 Deadly Sins Origins. Is something you're interested in?
I was until it was a free-to-play gacha game.
Oh, right, okay. That's a shame. Okay, well, okay, we'll move on then. They showed off a little bit more sort of Saros, which is that bullet hell game sequel to what's it called?
Returnal.
Returnal, that's the word I'm looking for. Did they give a release date on that? No. Oh, April the 30th next year.
Coming out.
Yeah. So that's cool. I suppose I better go back and try and finish the first one. Never finished it. It was too hard for me. Yeah. Next was a game called No Law. Do you remember this one? Anyone remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Go on.
It's developed by the same team behind The Ascent, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The top-down twin-stick cyberpunk sort of shooter game.
Okay, yeah.
And this still has that kind of like sci-fi cyberpunk aesthetic to it. But this is an FPS.
Oh, yeah. Strange to going from that kind of isometric to an FPS, isn't it?
I don't think not like something I was like, I was just like, oh yeah, give it a bash.
Yeah, did the trailer show any gameplay?
Yeah, I think a majority of it was sort of like gameplay outside of like the opening. Well, towards the end of it anyway.
Oh yeah, it's just turned up. Yeah, sweet. Kind of reminds me of like.
Could be interesting.
What's that? Is it Dead Island? Like you're running around rooftops and shit, and you can. It's quite fast and fluid. Oh man, cool.
But right, I've got my eye on that.
Yeah, that does look good. Yeah. Next game I've got my eye on for sure. Total War Warhammer 40k. do like a Warhammer game. And obviously, with your Space Marines, it makes it even more awesome. So, I don't think that had a release date, but it does look fucking crazy, as the Warhammer games are. So, yeah. Next game that was announced, I am super excited for. I loved the last game, and it's been too long since they've released one of these. Ace Combat 8, Wings of Fev, I don't know how to fucking pronounce that. I loved Ace Combat 7. It was so good. And I think that came out in like 2017 or something. It's been a long time.
The music in those games has found out as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really does make some of those like encounters and gunfights feel that extra bit special.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks cool that they're doing some sort of story in it, because I didn't think these games ever really had.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, mate.
But I thought it was more text. I never knew it had like cutscene stories.
Yeah, like go back and play 7, mate. It has a really good story to it. I might even go back and play it myself. It's only £4 on Steam at the minute.
And it still looks great as well.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Absolutely amazing was 7. I think I played it originally on Xbox One. So I'm tempted to pick it up
on PS4.
I'm tempted to pick it up on Steam to play on my Steam Deck actually now. I love a playing game. And they even added some Top Gear Maverick DLC to it.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. I never played that. So, but no, this looks like the graphics on this on 8 look absolutely stunning. It's coming. Just says 2026. There's no firm date, but
good. I'm not too annoyed about not having the dates. I think just like say bring stuff out when it's ready.
Yeah.
Let it cook, as we could say.
Yeah. Cool. We're getting there. The next one I wasn't really excited for, but I think other people might be excited for. Star Wars Galactic Racer. Made by some old ex-Burnout people, apparently. Which might get people excited, but I was a bit like, I just like racing actual cars instead of flying spaceships. That's just a personal thing. Obviously, there was a racer game on the N64 which did very well, wasn't there? So maybe the harking.
Oh, what the pod racing game?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I just thought, it just looked okay. But, yep. Next was this game looked quite strange. Actually, it looked quite interesting. It's called Out of Words. Well, it's kind of like
this almost reminded me a bit of like It Takes Two.
Yes, that's the vibes I got as well. It's like a stop motion co-op adventure game where you play as a boy and a girl, and they have no mouths, hence the name Out of Words. It looked quite interesting. Something to keep an eye on, I guess. Something different. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. Next was Duet Night Abyss: The Wind Awakening.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Duet Night Abyss: The Wind Awakening. It looks like one of them Chinese type gacha type games, maybe. I don't know. That's the vibe I got from it. You know that art style that they all have, that cartoony art style. It looks like that, and it's coming to Steam.
I know they announced the DLC for Wuthering Waves. Like,
now this is a new game. Duet Night Abyss comes to Steam on December the 23rd. Oh, that's actually not that long away. Yeah. It's probably an old game in China that they're just bringing out to the West. I don't know. Looks quite full and realised. But it's that same art style, as I said, from from everything else. It's called Duet Night Abyss. So, yeah. Cool. Okay. Happy? I'm guessing so. Next was Phantom Blade Zero trailer.
Yes.
Which we all know the game's been in development for a while. We've seen previous trailers. Looks pretty funky. Hack and slashy game. What's your thoughts, Darren and Nick?
Gutted about the release date, but if it's ready, then fair enough. Because this game was rumoured to have supposed to have originally come out this year.
Oh, right.
And that was back the year before.
What's the release date on this now?
Like sometime around September.
Right, okay.
Next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, there's been like playable versions of this that people have played at shows almost well over a year and that ago.
Wow. Well, at least they're taking their time and getting a good product out there, hopefully.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, yeah.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Black Myth Wukong a little bit, like kind of that style of gameplay.
But it has that awesome kind of way to, that sort of stylish way of making defensive play and all of that lot all pay off and blend together like a big action flick kind of thing.
Yeah.
Very flashy parries, combos, all that kind of stuff going on.
Yeah. Okay, next was Mega Man Dual Override. A new Mega Man. I mean, are we excited or do we just not give a shit?
I was never a Mega Man person myself, but I didn't mind playing the game, but I wouldn't exactly call myself a massive fan.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people out there who are.
And people like
very
a
big
lot of
fan
people
base for those.
For years have wanted like another Legends game, like the RPG third person one.
Right. Oh, okay.
The only one I've sort of like really got into a fair bit was the sort of like weird 3D one.
Right.
On like maybe the PlayStation 1 or 2.
Okay. I'm trying to. That's all I got on the list, but the show ended on some really shit looking game, like a Overwatch type game, and I didn't write the name of it down. I'm just trying to find the name of it, and I can't remember what it was. Sorry.
I thought it looked okay. It's not my type of game, so I wouldn't really particularly know. But I thought it looked all right. I don't see the huge disappointment or whatever. I don't know.
Here we go.
Maybe it's because there's like a ton of those sort of free-to-play team sort of shooting games about anyway.
Yeah, it's a game called High Guard. Sorry, mate. I was just looking for it. I thought this looked jank as fuck, mate. Sorry, but it's just like the character designs are just like, what the hell? Again, just not great. And it was like medieval, but you're fast and you got guns, and then it ended up looking like one of those 5v5 fucking hero shooters, you know?
I think that's what it is. It is a 5v5 hero shooter.
Yeah, fuck that shit. What a way! Like, I'm sorry, but to end the Game Awards, you want something like a big announcement. Like, I don't know.
You wanted to add one more thing, but we didn't get it.
Oh,
this could have ended nicely on like the Divinity. I think initially.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that was run off quite early.
Yeah. This is actually made by the people that did Apex Legends and Titanfall.
I think there might just be a general backlash because people just kind of want another Titanfall. And I get that they obviously can't because it's ex-developers and obviously they don't have the license and stuff, but I'm pretty sure you could basically make a complete rip-off and just call it something slightly different, and people wouldn't care. They'd know what it was.
I think this is going to be another flop. Like, people are just sick to death of these hero shooter games. I just don't, as we talked about before with previous flops in the last year or so, like, there's just so many on the market now. It's just really hard to get a foothold, I just thought it was a disappointing.
And obviously those that are about, people have invested time into and unlocks, etc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. That's it. That was the Game Awards. I actually thought, going through that list of games, there was quite a lot of really good games shown, actually, to be like games I'm kind of excited for a change, which is quite positive. Only a few. There's not many games that I thought, oh, that looks shite, if that makes sense. So on that note, it's quite positive.
There was another game that was kind of, I remember, just because I was just like, oh, it was weird. I must have been in the pre-show, maybe.
Right.
Where you basically play as like a sheepdog herding sheep.
Oh, that must have been pre-show. I think that was pre-show. Now it's coming back to me now. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. That's the Game Awards, guys. Do you want to stick around to talk about some games we played, or do you want to save that for next week? I'm leaving it up to you. We've done an hour and a half.
I haven't really played a lot. You can talk about some of the stuff you've played if you want.
Unless you want to just do news, then
I don't have any news because that was my
just
news.
Game Awards, pretty much.
Yeah. I just want to talk about 2 games, if that's okay. But I really need a wee, so I'm going to go to the toilet and then I'll get to that. Just give me a second.
No.
Well, he's going to have to do some editing. That's not very good, is it?
He's probably time-stamped it, I would imagine.
Yeah. Well, he could have just got us to chat about something before, but,
Oh. Yeah, so it'd be interesting. I hope that RE Requiem ends up with like VR support as well at some point. That'd be pretty damn cool.
Yeah, well, it won't be on MetaQuest, will it? So.
Haven't they got the other ones on there? Or is there
I haven't got any only Resi 4, the original. But it's a bit of a rip for all the rumour mill YouTubers that were like,
I'm back.
Like the whole Shenmue 4 leak that was fake. And then, and the usual YouTubers that are like Final Fantasy 9 Remake. We even had a lot of Half-Life 3 rumours as well because of the Steam machine. I know, but more than usual, stuff like that. But yeah, Shenmue kind of hurt. But we did get Shenmue talked about. Miss Piggy and the Animal, the Muppets, they said Shenmue in his little, song thing. So I'm holding out hopes for Shenmue. Not very big ones, to be honest. But then if a fan can make a better AI-looking Shenmue game than the actual Shenmue people did, that's not good, is it?
Well, that video looked real that you sent me, mate. I was like, that is real. I was like, that's what I said to you. I was like, there's no way that could have been fake.
Well, you never know that
he spent so
long. Is a chance.
He's admitted it. Real. The bloke's come out and admitted it was fake.
Oh, that would have been good if it was just basically like,
he
was actually real and it just accidentally leaked out.
What he did was he made it using AI. But then he rather than just release the video, he used his camera phone to record it like someone was doing a dodgy type thing. So I think that's why it looked a little bit shit, and we couldn't see if it was AI or not. Well, we couldn't see if it was real or not, because I think if the whole trailer leaked in perfect quality, we'd have known something was up. But yeah, but there's loads of videos online, and just the amount of detail and the stuff he got right as well, like the lore and the stuff that over the years that's come out about when we didn't think we were getting Shenmue 3, lots of like story for the whole series sort of got leaked eventually by a lot of people. So it's done well, but I don't know. I'm just hoping, but then we keep getting told when the enhanced edition comes out, that sells well, so they could do it. But we've had the dangle carrot for the carrot dangled so long with this game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Plus, even this game was supposed to come out when they announced, which you said you forgot, Webby, or didn't know. I'm pretty sure I said it on the podcast, but it was Shenmue 3 Enhanced Edition 4K 60 frames per second.
Oh, yeah.
And that said out this year, and we've got like 2 weeks and it's not out.
Yeah,
so
gutted.
It's if they can't even bring out like a HD or 4K remaster on time, we haven't got much hope for a Shenmue 4, have we?
No.
So you're going to games you want to talk about, Webby?
Yeah, so a couple of things. I just remembered another one as well, actually. That's a DLC for a game I've been playing. Just want to briefly mention this. The GT7 Power Pack DLC that came out last week. Oh, it's really good, mate. It was 25 quid. And it's basically, so basically there's two things. They actually did an update to the game, which is available to everyone for free of charge, which was 2 new tracks, which is Circuit Jules Villeneuve and Yas Marina. And they added a load of new cars as well. Those are free to everybody, which is cool. But for people that wanted the DLC, the Power Pack DLC, it's a whole new mode within the game. On the map, you go click on the boat, and there's 50 races in there, and there's actually secret races as well. So there's more than 50. And it's basically something that they've not done in the Gran Turismo series before, which is like they're proper race weekends. So in Gran Turismo, it's pretty much chase the rabbit. Every game you start in last place and you need to try and get to first. Whereas in this, it's a proper race weekend. So you get practice, qualifying, and then the race. And it's using the new Sophie 3.0 Gran Turismo AI for the drivers of the other cars. Now, I actually think they've done a really good job with this package because one, it's not, I will say it's not for everybody, because you need to dedicate quite a bit of time to each race because you got your practice and you get an hour to practice. Now, I normally just do a couple of laps, then skip it forward to qualifying. Qualifying's usually about 12 minutes. And then you get into the race, which is usually, as you get further on, the races get longer. I think the longest race I've done so far is about 30 minutes. So you do need to dedicate a little bit of time to these race weekends. And you do actually pay real in-game credits to do the races. It's not much, like 500. I'm up to like 2,000 a race now. And the way it works is, unlike in normal Gran Turismo game modes where you choose any car in that class from your garage, you get given a choice of 3 cars to race with, and they have 0 chili, 1 chili, or 2 chili. And obviously the more chilies means it's a slower car, so will obviously make it harder for you to get that race win. And the way it works is when you finish a race, you get stars. So basically those stars, if you win your race, you get 20 stars, second place is 19, and it goes down like that. So basically the more stars you have, basically along the in-game map on that mode, is you unlock more races with the more stars you got. There's a lot of unlocks with, you unlock cars for the other mode, lots of in-game credits and the roulette tickets. I'm really loving this because I like my sim racing anyway, so I kind of like that mode of I'm practicing the track, I'm getting better, and then I'm going to go into qualify and see what position I get, and then I get into the race. Some races are easier than others. I've come second or third in about 4 of the races I've done. I've done about 9 in total, and the rest I've won. But they've been very tough. very, very tough. Like, it's not like a normal Gran Turismo mode where you can tune up your car and you're fucking flying ahead. Like, every race I've had, I've been fighting with the AI with at least one other car to get that race win. So it makes it more fun in a weird way, because like in the other Gran Turismo mode, you know, you feel like you're just on your own, whereas on this you'll feel like you're constantly battling with the AI to win the race. And this new AI that they've got in, the Sophie 3.0, is very good. Like, you play some racing games and you're like, oh, you know, the cars act like I'm not even there, that they'll ram into you and stuff like that. Like, it feels like the AI is aware of where you are and they'll race you cleanly for the most part. And it's just fun because, you know, you'll try and do a move on a corner and they'll do something else. And, you know, it's just I just think it's a really good mode. But I think it's for people that are a little bit, I think you only really will enjoy this DLC if you're a bit more serious on your racing games, and you want the game to be a bit more simmy, because you have, as I say, that full race weekend experience, and it is a little bit time consuming. Now, I have read as well that there is 24-hour races towards the end. And there isn't an official way to save your progress, but there is a way of doing it. And I've read online that it's basically you press the PlayStation button, like you'd just be in the middle of a race, and you press the PlayStation button on your controller, go to the main menu, and just close the game. And then when you relaunch the game and go back to that race, it will continue from where you were, but it will put the pack all bunched up together again, and you'll be like kind of behind a safety car, if that makes sense. And then you'll start again. Just from the lap that you were at, but kind of all bunched up again. So, yeah. So I just wanted to give that a mention because I think it's really good for someone like me. I'm really, really enjoying it. So, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, so I'll be talking about that probably next week as well, because it's kind of one of my most played games at the minute is GT7. Absolutely loving it. And the other two games I wanted to briefly mention. Sorry, was someone going to say something?
No.
All right, sorry. I'm talking quite fast. I played a new game that came out this week. Terminator 2 No Fate.
Oh, just the 2D.
Yes.
On the game.
Yes. Now, I am going to say to you that if you like your old arcade game type experiences and you want to replay the game over and over, more difficulty settings, definitely is a game for you. There is a little bit of replayability because there's not loads, but there's a few parts in the game where there's some choices to be made, and you can't make any choices until you've completed the game at least once, because the game actually follows the script of the original film to the T. Everything even has obviously like the characters from the original films as well, which is pretty cool. But there's a couple of places in the game where you can make choices to change it, but you got to replay the game. Anyway, the reason I'm saying if you want it for replayability, because the game is £25 English, and I completed my first run in 31 minutes. So obviously this harkens back to the old school days of arcade games not being mega long anyway. But if you're wanting a game with more longevity, probably wait for a sale, I'd say, to be honest with you. I mean, graphically, it looks like a Mega Drive kind of arcade type, like that era of games, which, you know, I don't think is that bad, really. I kind of like that art style. I really like that they've stuck to the story of the original movie. I do love the original film. And all the levels are pretty well done. You play as 3 different characters throughout the campaign. What's her name? The main lady, the mum. What's her name?
Sarah Connor.
Her son.
John Connor.
And as Arnie as well. Naked Arnie at one point. as well.
Oh,
I know. So, and it has some really good music as well from the era as well. So that's pretty cool. Actual proper licensed music, which is fantastic.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So like, there's one level where you're in a bar, and you're naked, aren't you? And you're beating up some bikers because you want their clothes and a bike, and it's got some really cool music playing. So, but again, because if you're only going to play it once or maybe twice, I think 25 quid is probably a little bit too steep of an asking.
It's even
price.
more physical as well.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like 40 quid, 35, 40 quid.
Really?
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's why I'm like, now wait for a sale.
Yeah.
How long is it?
31 minutes it took me to finish it.
What, the whole game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it's kind of like trying to be like an old school arcade type game, isn't it? Where they expect you to replay it over and over again. Do a few different choices.
He did say it's like multiple paths, like go this way, go that way type thing. So it's like,
I'd say on the first run through, you can't make any of those choices. It'll come up saying, "Do you want to make this choice?" But it'll be grayed out because you can't do it until you play it again. Yeah. So. Yeah, I think because it's not mega long, I'd say wait for a sale. But if you're a mega fan, I'm guessing you would enjoy it. But no, I thought it was fun. So, yeah, just not worth the asking price.
Oh.
And the last game I've been playing that I just wanted to mention, and I already talked about this briefly earlier on in the show, actually, is Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I've been playing that on the PlayStation 5 with my kids, and you know what I really appreciate about this, and not many games do it and do it these days. It has 4-player split screen.
Oh.
What the heck? Like, wow! You know, in this day and age, having a game with just 2-player split screen is, you know, very hard to come by. But 4-player split screen is just brings me back to those old school N64 days of like playing Mario Kart with my mates on the telly. But obviously, my TV is a bit bigger than the CRTs we had back in the day. I'm absolutely loving it. So I got Sonic Crosswords for my boy for his birthday. It was his birthday last week. He's 8 now. And I got him the DLCs as well. So we got the SpongeBob DLC and the Minecraft DLC, which is awesome. And there's a Pac-Man DLC coming in January. And the DLCs are really well done, actually, because they give you an extra track and characters, obviously, and carts. And what I really like about this is it's not just all the characters you can be, but I mean, there's a lot of characters and carts. It's the customization. So instead of just getting, like, there is standard carts, like, and they're put into sections of like power, you know, hand handling and stuff like that. But you own these little tickets by doing the Grand Prix, and you can customize the carts to your liking. So you could have the front of one cart with the wheels of another and the back of another, and you can fully customize the colors to whatever you want, which is really cool. And also, what I really like about it is just Mario Kart in some aspects, but I think it goes one further in the fun factor of each race is 3 laps, but the second lap, it goes until the end of that lap, you go back through the portal and you go back to the track that you were on. And the first place, whoever's in first place chooses one of the 2 options of which track to go to. And I really like that aspect. It just changes it up completely, makes it a lot of fun. The handling on it is really good. It's really weird playing a game again where you're pressing A or X, depending on your controller, to actually go, because the triggers are like for the shooting or using your items, or for doing the power sliding, and it actually works really well. So So that's cool. The only thing that's a downside on it is when you're playing in split screen, you can't play online. So online multiplayer is just restricted to the full screen, so only one user.
Yeah,
which is a little bit of a shame. And the problem is the game is quite expensive still at the minute, because I was pondering with the idea of picking it up on Steam because it has full cross play. So I was pondering with the idea of buying it for myself on, say, Steam, and then he could play it on the PlayStation, I could play it on my Steam Deck, and go online. But it's still like a 40, 50 quid game, so that's not happening at the moment. But, we've been having a lot of fun just playing the Grand Prix in split screen. And obviously he's really big into Minecraft, so he's loving the Minecraft level and, playing as a creeper in the little cart and racing around. And it's just a fun game, man. It's sort of like, and that's why I think it's better than Mario Kart, because it just goes that extra mile in the fun factor with all the characters and the levels and the fact it's cross-play on different platforms, etc. So, yeah, man. It's really, really fun. So, I'm really happy about the purchase of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. And that's the only games I wanted to talk about this week, because obviously I played others, but I'll talk about them next week because they're the usuals. Yeah.
Mm.
Cool. Anything else from anyone else?
No, I'm
all good.
Cool. Well, I think on that note then, guys, thank you very much. It's been awesome to chat about the Game Awards and various other things. Good times. So what's going to happen is we'll record next Sunday, the 21st, and then we won't be back until January time, and we'll decide on a date in January at a later time. So we'll try and do something Christmassy next week. I don't know what, but we'll think of something, I'm sure.
Everyone can sit on my lap.
Oh. I might even wear a Santa hat on the Twitch stream if I can find one. We will see. Cool. Right, on that note then, big thank you to everyone who's been listening live on Twitch this week. You are all awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, if you play Battlefield, I'll see you on the Battlefield in the week. If not, I'll see you on the Twitch stream next Sunday. So from all of us here, it's been awesome. We will see you next week. Goodbye.